Hunter x Hunter's ending was just leaked to us, and apparently it was revealed by Yoshihiro Togashi himself. Now, I randomly just woke up to this announcement that apparently Togashi was going to reveal a dropped ending on this Japanese TV show tomorrow, but to no one's surprise, it has been leaked ahead of time, and at first I thought this was just a big lie, like I didn't believe this not even one bit, but looking deeper into things, this might very well be the real thing. In the leak, you can see some thoughts from Togashi himself and what he thinks about the Hunter x Hunter ending. He proceeds to confirm that he has multiple options as to how he's going to end the manga, and more exactly he names them Scenario A, B, and C. Now there is also Scenario D, but we'll talk about it a bit later. So basically these are 3 endings that he thought about already, and he pretty much scaled them with how satisfied or dissatisfied the general consensus would be, which is a pretty funny way to put it. When I first read this, I just laughed out loud because it's just such a weird way of revealing all of this, but of course only Togashi himself can do this, man. Anyways, for Scenario A, he says most people would be satisfied by this, and it's sort of like a safe way to end the story that doesn't complicate things too much. So I think this is basically the most conventional way people expect for Hunter x Hunter to end, and I kind of get it. I mean, the whole shonen genre follows a certain pattern, so no wonder he would have this as one of the options. Now for ending B, he says that the opinions will be divided a lot more, so I think here he refers to sort of like an even split between people that take it positively and people that just don't like it. But now, and this is the interesting part, here comes ending C, which he says he expects a satisfaction rate of 10% and a dissatisfaction rate of 90%, which is absolutely insane. It got me thinking what sort of risky ending he has in store for us here, considering he thinks so many people would dislike it. He also goes on to explain why he considers it an option. I mean, if the majority of people wouldn't like it, why would he still have it as an option? Well, he says that that's his personal preference. And when I heard this, I was not even surprised because, as we know, Togashi doesn't follow a lot of conventional writing decisions. In fact, he always tends to end his arcs in the least generic way possible. Now, he also mentioned something about Scenario D, which is the 4th ending he has in mind, and this is the one that he officially shared with everyone. It follows a girl named Jin who catches a lake lord while fishing, and honestly, this seems like a carbon copy with Gon in the 1st chapter. Moving on, she brings the big fish in front of her mother and tells her how she refuses to become a hunter despite what her mother says. The mother later talks to her husband, telling him that Jin's dream is not to leave the island, and instead she plans to inherit the place her family owns. Now, the mother also mentioned Grandma Mito and Noko, and I think she refers to Gon's aunt Mito, and for Noko I'm pretty sure it's this girl, who was also mentioned at some point to be the only child other than Gon on Whale Island. That's honestly the only thing I can think of. Anyways, she mentions how her daughter is so different from Grandpa Gon, who, as you know, actually wished to get out of the island, unlike Jin. Moving on, this is the part that absolutely killed me, man. It seems like Jin expresses her frustration with Gon and how his absence made Noko suffer and how she never liked how Gon was so adventurous. I think this heavily implies that Noko married Gon at some point, which is crazy. Jin also goes on to say that she's tired of waiting for someone for years to come, which sort of shows that Gon's absence hurt this poor girl a lot. It hurt her so much that it made her seek connection and comfort here on Whale Island, as we see her later on having fun with some other kid while a figure is watching the scene in the distance. Now, keep in mind that the translations can vary, but I think you got the general idea. It seems like this scenario ends with a relative of Gon's, probably a granddaughter, which is frustrated with his absence, which contrasts pretty heavily with Gon, who was actually motivated by his father's absence and wanted to get out and search for him. Now, I don't know how to feel about this ending in specific. As for the motives, this last scenario has been scrapped, and that's why he has shared it with us, but he did say that there is also the case of fate taking him away, and this just makes me really sad. I mean, for an author to share an ending in fear of passing away is just disheartening to see, and I don't know what to say. I mean, Togashi has definitely earned my respect even more now. This was it for this video. I honestly hope Togashi manages to finish the series, but anyways, let me know in the comments below what scenario for the ending do you guys want Togashi to use. See you guys next time. Peace.